Hey everyone, welcome to part 11 of this trophy guide for Suikoden I HD Remaster. By the end of this video, we're going to be about 2/3 of the way done with this game, so I hope that you're enjoying it, and I want to give a big thank you to all of the channel members who help to support the channel. Now without further ado, let's dive into it. Starting off, we're going to recruit some more members of our army, so the first thing we want to do is to head downstairs all the way to the ground floor, and then we're going to go toward the left so that we can go down into the basement. From here, we're going to go talk to Vicky, and we're going to request teleportation. Our destination this time is going to be Kage. Once we arrive, let's go find the cat down and toward the right, and once we talk to the cat, we'll see that we have found Lotte's cat. We talked to Lotte in the previous episode, and now we can go over and get our reward, which is recruiting her into our army. So we'll leave, and then we're going to use our items, go to party items, and then blinking mirror to teleport ourselves back to our castle. And then once we arrive, we're going to talk to Vicky once again, and this time when we request teleportation, we're going to go to Rykon. Once we arrive, we're going to head down into town and then over toward the right to go into the inn. In the upper right hand corner is going to be some stairs that will lead us upstairs, and then we're going to go talk to Lotte on the left side in between the beds. Thank goodness, there she is! I've been looking all over for you, Mina! Thank you, Matador! My name is Lotte the Sorceress. As a gesture of thanks, I'd like to join you. Lotte has joined your group. Okay, let's head on out of here. We'll go back down the stairs. We can then exit, and then we're going to make our way outside. Now that we're back on the world map, let's open up our menu again, and then we're going to choose items, party items, and blinking mirror to head back to our castle. Instead of teleporting somewhere, we're actually going to take a boat. So let's head on upstairs and then down toward the bottom of the screen to exit out into the outside area, go down to the dock, and then we're going to choose to ride on boat. From here, we're going to head over toward the north, and then once we get out into this open area, we're going to start going over toward the west or toward the left side. There's going to be a blinking dot over in the upper left-hand corner of this area past this whirlpool. We're going to go past it and then into the town of Kirov. From here, we're going to proceed over toward the middle of town, and then we're going to go into the inn. We're going to go over toward the left side. If you need to, you can rest here for 200 potch per person, or just save the game. We have to play another minigame to recruit another character. Luckily, we don't have to bet anything though to do it. Let's talk to Georges by the table. I'm Georges. My occupation? I guess you can call me a free-spirited individual. Simply put, I'm a freeloader. How about it? Why don't we play a game? If you beat my record, I'll join ya. Want me to explain the rules of the game? Let's listen to the rules. It's real simple. You turn over 2 cards, and if they're the same, they disappear. If you can make all the cards disappear before the time's up, you win. When a card disappears, all other cards that are adjacent to it are also turned over. Want me to explain the rules of the game? No, we already did that. So now we have a variety of different variants. We can play a game with 5, 7, 10, or 15 variants. By far the easiest one is the 5 variant version, and that's the only one that I would recommend. This game is essentially like the game Memory. You turn a card over, and then you try to memorize the person's picture on it, and if you can do that successfully and match them up, then it's going to cause a chain reaction, and you should be able to get lots of matches. Luckily, because there's only 5 different variations, it's pretty easy to find matches. For this game type, we only have 9 seconds to get all the matches, which can seem pretty daunting, and honestly, it can take a couple tries to get through, but don't be discouraged because eventually you're going to get one game that's going to go really well, and you should be able to get through it no problem. So we're just going to finish up here and see how many seconds it takes me to get all the matches here, and it looks like we're coming in at a time of roughly 20 seconds. Well, obviously that wasn't good enough to break the record of 9 seconds, but let's do another game of 5 variants and see how well it can go. So we're going to just make a quick match here, and then it's going to cascade out, and we're going to get down to only 2 matches remaining. So I just have to memorize where one of those characters are, and then flip it over, and here we go. Kai is the last character, and we came in at a time of just under 5 seconds. So we beat the record, and now we get to recruit Georges. You beat me. As promised, I'll be joining you from today. Georges has joined your group. Georges makes his way back to our castle, and we're going to leave the inn and then head over toward the left side. We'll go into the item shop and then go talk to the person who runs the shop, and we're going to buy 1 thing of sugar, and that's going to cost us 100 potch. We need the sugar in order to recruit the next character. So now that we have a sugar, let's go ahead and leave the item shop, and there's going to be a woman washing clothes in the middle of town. Let's go talk to her. Who are you folk? I'm just doing the laundry. Let's say recruit. Join the Liberation Army? Oh my, sounds like there'll be plenty of laundry to keep me busy. All right, I'm in. But only if you get me some soap. I just ran out. It seems easy enough to get the soap, but we need to go through a chain of trades to do that. We'll start by the person up at the top here. He's got soap, but he'll only give it to us if we can give him some soy sauce. So let's go over to the left and talk to the man in white. He has soy sauce, but he wants some salt. Now let's go over toward the right side and then down toward the bottom. There's a woman over here. She's got the salt, but she needs a yardstick. So now that we know what she needs, let's head up and we're going to go back into the inn. Let's talk to the man on the right side in between the beds. He has a yardstick, but he needs some sugar. So now we're going to use that sugar that we just got. We're going to give it to him automatically, and then we're going to receive the yardstick that he has. Now that we have the yardstick, let's head back outside, and we want to go down to the woman in the bottom right-hand corner. We can deliver the yardstick to her, and then she's going to give us the salt. Now that we have the salt, let's go up and over toward the left to talk to the man in white. We're going to give him the salt, and he's going to, in turn, give us the soy sauce. Now let's go over to the man in orange. He's going to take the soy sauce from us, but then he tells us that he needs another item. Just kidding, he's just playing a little joke on us. So he just gives us the soap, and now we can go down and talk to Sarah, who's washing the clothes. Oh, you brought me soap? Turns out I already had some, but thanks anyway. My name's Sarah, pleased to meet you. Sarah has joined your group. Alright, there's one more person we want to recruit here right now. To do that, we're going to go into the house on the right-hand side. Go to the upper right-hand corner, and you're going to taste the stew on the stove. After you taste it, let's head back outside. And then we're going to go directly over toward the left, and we're going to go into this house. There's going to be some stew in the upper left-hand corner. Let's go and taste that stew as well. Now that we've tasted both stews, let's head outside, and we're going to go to the big house in the middle of the bottom section of town here. And now we can go talk to the man in the chef's uniform. Oh my, you've gone and tasted all my stews. Only someone special could appreciate the taste of my work. Leader of the Liberation Army? No wonder, it all makes sense now. Very well, let me join you. Lester has joined your group. Lester's going to take off, and we're going to follow him out, and then we're going to go up to the upper left-hand corner of this area so that we can exit out into the world map. Now we're going to head straight up north until we get to the town of Kalekka. There's some pretty easy enemy encounters around this area, so you can fight them if you want to, but otherwise just skip it for now and head on inside Kalekka. When you enter, there's a house straight ahead of you. If you go in that house now, you can talk to the man inside. We can't recruit him yet, but we need to later on. There are other opportunities to talk to him, and I'll show that a little bit later on. But if you want to, head inside, have an initial conversation with him, and then come back out. And then from here, proceed over toward the right to go into the item shop. All that we have inside is a treasure chest that contains an earth rune piece, and then we can head back out. Kalekka is actually a town where you can get into enemy encounters, such as this demon hound. The town in general is pretty run down, it's mostly abandoned like a ghost town, so fighting this demon hound is definitely on point for it. The enemies are stronger than ones that we fought before, definitely stronger than the ones out on the world map, so it can take a little bit of fighting to get rid of these guys, but ultimately if your team works together well and utilizes their runes, you should be able to take them out without too much problem. They also give a lot of experience and quite a bit of money as well, so that's a nice reward. Once you're outside the item shop, proceed north and you want to go into the tavern. Here's another enemy encounter against some enemies called Shadow. They're not too difficult. We're going to use our same strategy of using our physical attack runes and then just other normal physical attacks. It shouldn't take too long to eliminate all of these enemies. They can do a decent amount of damage though. They can suplex one of your characters and that can do some decent damage, but all in all, it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and finish up this fight and then continue on. Once the enemies are defeated, we get a good amount of experience as well as a good amount of money, and then we're going to continue on. Let's go into that tavern. The treasure chest in this area contains the Old Book Volume 8, and there is a man in the upper right hand corner, but he doesn't do anything for us, so we can just ignore him. Now let's exit out the bottom left corner, go a little bit further toward the left, and go into the nearby building. Here's another interesting enemy encounter. It's two shadows that we just fought, but there's also two Hawkmans. What I'm going to do is have the main character use the Black Shadow rune to damage all of the enemies at once, and then everyone else is going to attack those Hawkmans. The Hawkman lives through the Black Shadow, but that's okay. It takes out the other shadow enemies. I know that's a lot of shadows for one battle, but when it's done, we get a lot of experience and a lot of money, so it's definitely worth it. Inside this house is a treasure chest that contains an antique, so go ahead and pick that up. We can appraise it a little bit later on. And then we're going to leave this house and then go over toward the left and up. Be very careful as you walk through this area not to step on those little green seedlings on the ground, because if you step on them, you can't recruit this other character. What are you planning to leave behind once all the fighting is said and done? Something tells me I can trust you. You have honest eyes. Let's say recruit. Eventually, the seeds I plant are gonna sprout. I reckon I'm gonna have to fight to keep them from getting trampled. Blackman has joined your group. If you accidentally step on those seedlings before talking to Blackman, he won't be recruitable for now, but all you have to do is exit onto the world map by going through the little gap in the fence above you, and then come back in, and then you can recruit him. But for now, we're going to head over toward the house in the upper right-hand corner. We can go inside to open up another treasure chest, and this is going to contain a sound orb, and we need that to recruit another character later on. So once we have that, let's go through that little gap in the fence and exit out into the world map. From here, we're going to proceed up toward the north to get to our next destination. As you walk through the world map, you might get into enemy encounters like these sirens that give you a good amount of money when you defeat them. And if you haven't noticed, the enemies around this whole area give a lot of money. And that's actually very important because in order to recruit another character in just a few moments, we're going to need a total of 20,000 potch. So make sure that you fight the easy enemies around here to get at least 20,000 potch so that you're ready to recruit the next character when we get into the next area. So here you can see I have just over 20,000 potch. I'm good to go. Let's head on up and into the secret factory. What are you doing snooping around here? You better have a good reason or this won't end well for you. Can one soul ever be so unlucky? First I get chased out the mountain and then I get caught by a giantess. Did you just call me a giantess? No, I must be losing my edge too, getting nabbed by a giantess. Call me that again and you'll be sorry. Wait a minute, I only called you a giantess once. Yeah, I only called you a giantess once as well. Sure, boss, but now you've called her a giantess again. Yeah, keep calling me giantess to my face, will you? I'll make you suffer. We'll say, hey, it's Ledon and Kessler. You. Wait, you're the one who was with Lady Odessa? Wait, Matador, do you know these guys? We'll say, I do. Yes, he knows me. Lady Odessa and the young master here once stayed at my inn. You all keep mentioning Odessa. Do you mean Lady Odessa Silverberg? Who are you anyway? What? You're the new commander of the Liberation Army? Oh boy, I'd better let old Mose know. I'm guessing your business is with the secret factory then. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Let's follow her up and into the secret factory. You sure took your time, didn't you? Not used to the rugged mountain paths. Old man Mose is further inside. Let's head to the left and talk to the man standing in the corner. My name is Kage. I am neither allied with the Imperials nor the Liberation Army. I work for whoever values my services and is willing to pay the highest sum for them. Let's say recruit. You wish for me to join you? I must warn you, I'm quite expensive. 20,000 pach if you require my services until the end of this war. Still wish for me to join you? Let's pay the 2,000 pach. Very well. If you recognize my value, my loyalty is yours. Kage has joined your group. Now let's head toward the bottom right corner of this area and we can open up a treasure chest. Inside of it is the window set 0. Now I'll talk to the man in orange. Ah, you must be the new leader of the Liberation Army. We were worried after hearing about the attack on your headquarters. So where's Odessa now? We'll say Odessa's gone. I see. She was a good girl. I guess the blueprints for the fire spears have become her parting gift to us. Fire spears? Are you saying you have fire spears? Why, of course we do. Why would you think otherwise? These are some of the finest weapons I've ever made. But what about boats? You'll need boats to transport them. Boats, huh? I've got an idea. There's an old friend of mine in Kirov named Kun 2. He may be able to help us out. I need to make some preparations. After that, I'll join you in Kirov. You acquired the fire spears. Let's head over toward the left and then exit out of the building. Before we leave, let's talk to the two men out here. Commander Matador, I'm down on my luck, so please help me out. The Imperials destroyed my inn. All I did was serve them some tea. Please, Commander Matador, let me join the Liberation Army. Ledon has joined your group. Okay, I'll find my own way down the mountain. And let's talk to Kessler too. It's embarrassing, really. The Imperial Army began hunting down bandits. They chased us off the mountain. That's when I heard talk about the rise of the Liberation Army. Figured I'd join up, so I came out this way. And then, as luck would have it, here you are. Kessler has joined your group. Well, I'll head on down the mountain first. Take care, Commander Matador. Now that they're both recruited, we can head out the bottom. Let's proceed down toward the south so that we can go back into the town of Kalekka. Keep heading down toward the bottom, and then you want to go back into the tavern. And then we'll go over toward the right-hand side. Let's exit out the bottom right corner, and then continue to head down toward the south. And then we're going to exit out the bottom of the screen. From here, continue to head south until we get back into Kirov. On the way back down south, I did get into a fight against a grizzly bear. It seems kind of intimidating, but it's not that bad. Let's go ahead and use the same strategy of using our physical attack runes and our normal attacks. We'll defeat the monster before he has a chance to attack us, and then we're going to get a little bit of experience, a little bit of money, but I also got something a lot more valuable than that. I actually got a piece of equipment that's called headgear, and that's actually one of the better pieces of gear that we can get. So if you want to, farm out some grizzly bears for a while and see if you can test your luck there, and then we're going to head back into Kirov. Now let's head down toward the bottom left-hand corner and talk to the girl down this little alley. Wait, that orb you have! The sound orb, it's calling to me. Please, let me have it. Give her the sound orb. You gave her the sound orb. Thank you, this will awaken my power. Commander Matador, let me join the Liberation Army. I want to use this small power of mine for the good of all. Melodye has joined your group. And now we want to go back into the large house in the bottom middle of this area. Who are you people? Come on, Kuntu, that's no way to greet an old friend. Tai-ho, it's been too long. Last I heard you moved to Kaku. Have you come back to work with me again? No, actually, I came here to ask you a favor. You still in the boat business, Kuntu? Yep, that's my work, and if I don't work, I don't eat. I want to borrow 10 of your boats. 10 boats, huh? Knowing you, I'm sure you're up to no good. The Imperials have been keeping a close eye on us of late, so I can't do anything too risky. Wait, are you turning me down? Guess I still owe you one, though. I'll get you your boats. Do what you want with them. Thanks, I'm in your debt now. Kuntu has joined your group. There, that should be all of them. That old man's a real taskmaster, making a woman do all the heavy lifting. Ha 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 ha, guess it was a bit too much for a scrawny gal like you. Unbelievable. Tai-ho, these people. Yep, they're the Liberation Army. And you're one of them. I'm just along for the ride. Alright, we're just about ready to go. Matador, let's get going. Commander Matador, I'll go with you. Mose has joined your group. Fine, I'll come along as well. Ronnie Bell has joined your group. And now we're going to go down and enter the boat. Now you can either pilot your boat all the way back to the castle, or you can just use that blinking mirror to instantly teleport yourself back. Now from here, let's head over toward the right and up. And then we're going to get in the elevator and take ourselves up to the 4th floor. Head over to the left and talk to Sanchez. Commander Matador, may I offer you a glass of wine? Would you like to switch party members? And we'll say change. We have to remove one party member, and we want to choose someone who isn't capable of doing a whole lot of damage in a short amount of time, because the next fight that we have to do, we have to win within a certain number of turns, so time is of the essence. I'm going to choose to remove Kirkus from the party, because in my estimation, he provides the least value in terms of damage quickly. And now we're going to add another party member. This is going to be Yamku, who we leveled up a little bit earlier, so at least he's not at a terrible level deficit right now. If you want to, go and try to equip him with some better equipment, but honestly, it's not that important. So we're just going to make sure that the formation is set up properly with Pan, Victor, and Flick in the front row, the main character, Taiho, and Yamku in the back row. Now let's use the elevator to bring ourselves down toward the first floor so that we can talk to Marie, where we can rest and then save the game before we go into another boss fight. And once you're all rested up and you have the game saved, let's head down toward the ground floor, and then we want to exit out the bottom of the screen so that we can go back to the boat. Let's use the ride on boat option to take the boat to our next destination. Let's proceed over toward the north and then over toward the left hand side. If you look at the minimap, there's going to be a blinking white dot that's located just to the left of where we currently are on an island. So let's pilot our way over there, and then we can go up and into the Pirate's Fortress. From here, proceed up and go inside the building. And now talk to the men inside. Oh, hey there, Anji. How about you quit playing pirate in this dump and lend us a hand? Playing pirate? Me? How dare you? We'll see who's playing around. Get ready to fight. Challenge accepted. All right, Leonardo, Kanak, don't go easy on them. In order to recruit Anji, Leonardo, and Kanak, we have to win this fight within 5 rounds. That means we're going to be using our runes a lot. Even Flick's rune, he has the Raging Blow ability, which can do 600 damage to one enemy. That's a great way to deal a lot of damage to one opponent at a time. And we can then also use our main character's Black Shadow to hit all of the enemies at once and do lots of damage to them. Because we only get 5 rounds to defeat these guys, we have to dish out as much damage as we can in a very short amount of time. Also, make sure that you're using Pan's Bear rune as well as Victor's Clone rune as much as possible in order to do lots of damage on their turns. The only downside is that every other turn you're not able to attack because you're off balance with them, but at least on turns 1, 3, and 5 you're doing double damage, so it's better than another character who just does a normal attack every turn. If you find that you can't quite do enough damage to these guys in order to beat them within 5 rounds, you could consider swapping out Pan or Victor for Valeria. Valeria's Falcon rune will allow her to do triple the damage, and you can use it every single turn, so she makes a great addition to the team if you don't want to take either Pan or Victor and risk losing due to them being off balance every other turn. All 3 of these enemies have a different amount of HP. Leonardo has the least, Anji's in the middle, and Kanak has the most. But on average, it's right around 2000 HP per enemy. That means that you've got to do an average of 1200 HP per round in order to meet that 5-round deadline. From a strategy standpoint, because Kanak has the most HP, I would definitely recommend using your strongest skills like that Raging Blow from Flick's rune on Kanak so that you do proportionally more damage to him at the beginning of the battle so that you can get rid of his HP the fastest. And then you can let things like the Black Shadow attack from your main character attack all enemies at once, and you can whittle away Leonardo's HP. If you're running out of turns and you're on turn 5, you can also look at having Taiho and Yamku use a Unite attack. They attack one enemy and do 3 times the amount of damage that they normally do. This can be a great way to finish off the fight, but unfortunately if you use it earlier, they become off balance, and it does require both characters to do that. So it's definitely risky, but it's good in a pinch if you really need to finish off your last character before the end of that 5-round deadline. And that's really all there is to say about this fight. I defeated it in 4 rounds plus 1 counterattack from Pan, so I definitely would have been able to finish it off in that 5th round. For winning, we get a pretty good amount of experience as well as a little bit of potch, and we also get to recruit 3 new characters. Not bad, Taiho. Sounds fun. I can get on board with that. Let's teach those unsavory Imperials a lesson or two. Leonardo, Kanak, you in? If you go, we go. Of course. Anji has joined your group. Leonardo has joined your group. Kanak has joined your group. From a story perspective, this place is completely optional. There's no items or anything like that, but you have to come here in order to recruit those 3 characters to get all the trophies. Now let's head back to our boat, and we're going to then teleport ourselves back to our castle using the blinking mirror. Once we're back at our castle, we'll proceed up toward the first floor so that we can go talk to Marie, and then we're going to rest as well as save the game. We have another army battle as well as another one-on-one duel, so we definitely need to make sure that we're rested up and saved before we do those things. And now let's head back up to the 4th floor to continue along with the story. Now let's head over toward the right and talk to Matthew to begin the battle. Commander Matador, we should be able to defeat the armored cavalry with our fire spears. Please, sir, give the order to advance. We'll say, order all troops to advance. Very good, sir. Inform all the troops, the fate of the Liberation Army is at stake in this battle. We must all rise to the challenge. This brings us to our next army battle, the final battle against Teo McDohl. Now the last time we fought him, it was completely unwinnable for us, now it's unwinnable for him. No matter how many times you may try, the result shall be the same. You are shedding blood needlessly. Ha, but we have a secret weapon. Well, we've recruited some new characters, especially ninjas, so if you use the other option and choose the ninja, you'll see that they will investigate the enemy's next move, similarly to what the thieves do, but ninjas will never fail. They will always tell you what the enemy is going to do. In this battle, all the enemy's ever going to do is use their armored cavalry, so we don't need them that much from a strategic sense in this battle, but it's good to know regardless for future battles. And now we're going to use the other command with the strategist to increase the attack power of our charge attacks so that we can win this battle a little bit quicker. So now for the next 2 turns, our charge attacks are going to be more powerful. Now let's go ahead and use that charge attack, but it's not a normal charge attack, it's going to be the Fire Spears attack. So every round that we have here is basically going to be our fire spears versus the enemy's armored cavalry, and we're going to completely destroy them in a very short amount of time. Even though they begin with many more soldiers than what we have, we're going to do a whole lot more damage to them than they could ever hope to do to us, and we're also not going to lose any of our party members permanently throughout this battle. Well, at this point, we've used up both of our super powered charges, so let's just use some regular charges to end the battle. And now let's do one more attack just to finish him off completely. Congratulations, we won the battle. Congratulations, our forces were victorious. This cannot be. I, Teo McDohl, have been defeated? Hahaha. Wow, no way. We burned down the armored cavalry. These fire spears are something else. General Teo McDohl, your army has been defeated. Please surrender yourself. Silence! We will never surrender, not even if it comes down to our last soldier. I will give my life for the Empire and for General Teo. Ellen, Glenshiel, stand back. What are you doing, General Teo? Ellen, please, stand back. Matador McDohl, traitor against Emperor Barbarossa. The most reviled criminal in the land. I, Teo McDohl, shall defeat you on behalf of His Majesty the Emperor. Will you accept my challenge? Matador? Commander Matador, don't do anything foolish. Victor, cut off that man's head. We'll say, I accept your challenge. You have my gratitude. Now come! And now we have a one-on-one duel, the main character versus Teo. I never even dreamed this day would come, but I fight for the Empire and you for the Liberation Army. Let us begin, my son. Once again, he's going to give us clues as to what he's going to do, and we'll choose the most appropriate option to counter it. He begins the battle with only half health, so it actually makes it for a pretty easy battle, certainly much easier than the time that we had to duel him with Pan. You can check out the description for this video to see the list of dialogue choices and what you should do as a response. Just know that the dialogue options have changed from the original version of this game to the remastered version, and there may be some differences as well as some other language tweaks. If you don't see the exact match, that's alright. Just go with the option that looks the most similar and you should be okay, especially for this fight when we have such a big advantage here. Well, now let's go ahead and end the fight. He tries to use a special attack, we defend against it, and then we counterattack and win. And once we win, we also get a new trophy called My Son. You really have grown. Master Teo! Master Teo! Matador McDohl. My son, you have grown so strong. I lived for what I believed in, and I have no regrets. You must also live for what you believe in. I congratulate you on your choice. Master Teo, please. General Teo, you cannot die. What will become of the Empire without you? Ellen, Glenshiel, I have a favor to ask. Yes, General Teo? I fought for the Emperor, and for the Emperor alone. That was my choice. But there's no need for you two to follow in my footsteps. The sands of time cannot be stopped. Ellen, Glenshiel, I'd like the two of you to join the Liberation Army and help my son. I think that would be best for both of you. Master Teo. Matador, my son, I am happy. The greatest happiness a father can experience is to see his son surpass him. Good luck, my son, Matador. Master Teo! Soul Eater has reached level 3. That light just now, it went inside the Soul Eater. All troops, move out. Give the signal. We're automatically brought back to our base. Let's turn and head up and inside. If you feel like it, run over to the elevator, take it up to the first floor in order to save the game, but ultimately we need to head up to the 4th floor to continue. Head over to the right and talk to the Pant in the green cape. Commander Matador, the Liberation Army has already freed the domains of Quanda Rosman in the south and Milich Oppenheimer in the west. The strength of our forces increases by the day. Meanwhile, insurgencies have broken out across the Empire, keeping the Imperial Army's hands full. This must mean news of Teo McDohl's defeat is spreading. To quell the rebellion, the Empire is massing their forces from their rural territories. As a result, some of these domains are now poorly defended. We should take advantage of the Imperial forces' weakness and unite the various rebel factions in each region. That would be the right move here. I agree with Sir Lapant's suggestion. According to my sources, Imperial soldiers were seen pulling out of the Lorimar region. The fortress of Lorimar, which serves as the entrance point to the region, will be poorly defended. I agree. Alright then, how about it, Matador? We'll attack the fortress of Lorimar. Lorimar, huh? It's been a long time. What's going on? They're not responding at all. Could it be a trap? I'm not sure. Kasumi, can you scout inside the fortress? Yes, sir. Immediately. Commander Matador, the fortress is empty. There's no sign of the Imperial soldiers. What the heck's going on? We better check for ourselves. Victor has joined the party. Let's head down inside the castle and we're gonna get a scene. What happened here? Something is very wrong here. We should make a thorough investigation before continuing further. Master Matador, take me with you. Gremio's death and Master Teo's, so much has happened. I want to keep fighting so that I can forget about it all for now. Besides, I can't let Pan upstage me. Cleo has joined the party. Now then, Commander Matador, please choose the rest of your party members. We'll say add to party. At this point, I'm going to take Kirkus because we still have to get his level up a little bit higher in order to recruit another character later on. And I'm going to take Kai because he provides a very good Unite attack. I'm going to leave that 6th spot open because we'll soon have another party member join us automatically. Do you want to use these party members? We'll say yes. We got a mystery on our hands. This is going to be interesting. Then I'll return to Mass Castle for now. Please be careful. There's nothing more that we have to do here right now, so we can just exit out the bottom of the screen. And now we're going to proceed down and toward the left until we get into a new area. And this is going to be the Warriors Village. Stop, Tengar. Don't go. Let go of me, Hicks. My mind is already made up. You can't. You'll be eaten. That's what everyone says. So what? You'll protect me then? Come on, Hicks. You haven't even named your sword. But I'm sure the others can protect you. You're always like this. Besides, the rumors of bloodsucking are probably just that. Rumors. We could probably live comfortably in the castle. Far better than staying in this dreary village. You can't be serious. Tengar, I told you not to leave the house. Why must you always misbehave? Who knows when Neclord will show up? What? Neclord? Hey, old man, did you just say Neclord? Who are you people? Shut it, I'm the one asking the questions. Answer me. Victor, what's the matter with you? Calm down. Wait, are these people from the Liberation Army? That's right, I watched them attack Melodye's castle, and I've seen this bear guy as well. Bear guy? I'm sorry, don't be angry. I see, the Liberation Army, so you must be Commander Matador. I've heard so much about you. Will you please come to my house? I'll tell you about Neclord there. This way, please. Ow, you're hurting me. Quit pulling my arm. You'll dislocate it. Just come along. Let's follow them up and into the house in the upper left-hand corner. And now proceed forward and talk to them. It was about 3 months ago, a man named Neclord arrived here as the new general of this region. He unleashed a terrible spell that transformed the Imperial soldiers into zombies and skeletons. I see, that explains all the graves at Lorimar Fortress. He then used his undead to threaten the nearby villages. His demand, well... Deliver Tengar to the castle? No way. Sounds about right from him. The other villages accepted his demands and gave up their women, but not us. This is the warriors' village, I'll have you know. No, please. Oh boy, here goes. Hope you're ready. Our ancestor Clift the Crusader founded this village after the final battle. We have defended it for generations ever since. Of course, peace and safety never came easily. Naturally, there were times when the village was endangered, and one of our village chiefs even led our clan to war. Amongst our past chiefs, 5 are particularly renowned for their courageous feats. They are... And thus I came to be Chief of Warriors Village after my predecessor Kanak. Well, what'd I just sit through? The sun's already set. He just keeps going on and on. You done with your story, old man? What, did you want to hear more? In that case, I have another fine tale. Oh no, thanks. That's quite enough. I'm gonna go get some shut-eye. In that case, we've already prepared a room. Please get plenty of rest. We can continue the tale tomorrow. Now we can talk to Zorak again. Victor and Cleo have already gone to bed. Perhaps you should do the same, Commander Matador. Unless you want to stay up and talk with me till morning. Well, no way. We're gonna head over to the right and talk to Tengar. That girl talking to Hicks. Her name's Cleo, right? What? It's not like I care or anything. Just happen to be passing by is all. What did you want to talk about? I think I've done enough listening for today. I'm sorry, Cleo. Cleo? Yes? Cleo, why is it you fight when you're a woman? Here in the Warriors Village, women don't fight. Why do I fight? Well, I don't see why women shouldn't. Just like men, we have things we want to protect. Isn't there something you want to protect? Me? Yeah, but I'm weak. You're right. There's no need for the weak to force themselves to fight. If you get killed, it's all over anyway. But... Hicks, you'll never be strong so long as you see yourself as weak. I guess you're right. Thank you, Cleo. Sure, no problem. Good night, Hicks. Whoa! Commander Matador, good night. Let's go up into the bedroom and talk to Victor to continue. Oh, it's you, Matador. I can't sleep. I finally got a lead on Neclord. Neclord is not human. He used a rune to become a vampire. That guy murdered my entire village. When I returned, I saw my own family eating each other, transformed into zombies by his magic. That's where my journey began, and perhaps it ends here. I will kill him with my own hands. Get some sleep, Matador. Me, I'll be up a little longer looking at the moon. Good morning, Master Matador. Did you manage to sleep off yesterday's fatigue? Let's go down and exit the house. Good morning, everyone. Neclord, what are you doing here? Why, I've come to claim your daughter, of course. But you knew that, didn't you? She's your daughter, after all. You're not taking Tengar. That's right. And what are you doing here in broad daylight? Are you some kind of knockoff vampire? Knockoff? Excuse me, I happen to be a legitimate vampire thanks to the help of a rune. Besides, this amount of sunlight poses no harm to me, although I do grow quite drowsy during the day. Be gone, or witness the full might of the warrior's village. Well, I've now witnessed your full might. I suppose it's the most one can expect from humans. Neclord, you're mine now. Prepare to die. Victor! We now have a fight against Neclord, but this battle is completely unwinnable for us, so please do not use items or anything like that to try to heal yourself. You'll only postpone the inevitable. Instead, just use normal attacks. You'll miss every single one of them as he transforms into a flock of bats, and then he'll come back together again. And we're just going to do this for a couple turns. He's going to do a lot of damage to our party members. That's great. We want them all to get knocked out, and then when they're all gone, then the battle will be over. If you want to end the battle more quickly, just put it into auto battle and then let it play out with the super speed enabled. Hee, it seems my reputation precedes me. How bothersome. Well then, satisfied, now please hand over the girl. I will bestow upon her the honor of becoming my 70th bride. Wait, I won't let you take Tengar. Please get out of the way, or do you wish to die? I'm not moving. Then you leave me no choice. Wait, please, Hicks, step aside. What are you talking about? I'll protect. Thank you, Hicks, but I won't let you die over this. Now get out of the way. My, such resolve. I do so love sincere women. If I go with you, do you promise not to harm the others in the village? Of course. I'm a man of my word. Tengar, I swear, I will definitely rescue you. I know. I'll be waiting, Hicks. Shall we be on our way then, my lovely bride? You back with us, Matador? We had Neclord right here in front of us, and there was nothing we could do. We're gonna need something special to defeat him. Ordinary weapons are no good against a vampire, especially one created by the power of a rune. Well, maybe Zorak has an idea. Let's go over and talk to him. A special weapon capable of defeating vampires? I've never heard of. Wait, hold on. Perhaps they're... What, you know of something? Yes, west of this village, you'll find Kalan Temple. Now, this temple was founded long ago by a certain monk known as Kalan, who... Gah, I'll rip your tongue out. Just tell us what we need to know, nothing more. Yes, of course. This Kalan Temple is said to hide a closely guarded secret. That's it? Doesn't really give us much to go on. But we have no other leads. Let's just visit this temple. Let's head on outside the house and then proceed toward the lower right-hand corner so that we can go into the inn and then save the game. This is where we're going to end part 11. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. And also consider subscribing so that you can join our amazing community. I'll see you soon in part 12. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.